Ugh, yes, drama video, I believe. Doesn't really involve me in any substantial way, but it's just really irritating. Um, More than one thing, actually. I mean, Jesus Freak did make a stupid video about forgiveness, and, um, you know, he doesn't even reference his own crimes, which are funny. Funny from my perspective. He doesn't reference them because nobody's obliging him to do so. Because nobody has any integrity, quite obviously. Speaking of fake Sagan and Brett Keane, of course. So, but they're the players in the second course of this drama, which is just so bizarre. I mean, they're just getting so played by these fucking cunts. So, fake Sagan makes this stupid video. Palm Jam and the Brett Keane tapes. And it's almost like a Brett Keane video. Like, this video is gonna have something in it. And, the video doesn't have anything in it, of course. You're just, like, the title is totally an exaggeration to what you get in the video. And, fake Sagan's been playing this game with his last few videos. Way over titled. And way under produced as any kind of who could possibly who could care about the fucking subject, or he never gets to the subject. He just talks about how great his video is going to be, like his ponage video. This is the greatest ponage ever. There's no ponage in it. Yeah, none that I can find. So anyway, but this is just so. I mean, it is just such formula bullshit, in terms of manipulation, and fake Sagan's got to know that. I mean, you don't make a video saying, "Oh, I've just heard these tapes, and these tapes are the biggest proof ever that Brett Keane's the most colossal motherfucking cunt ever," without, and then not a single reference to a single what exactly the tapes prove. I mean, does Brett Keane say, "Well, I really think inmendham is right about everything, and we're all fucking cunts, and it's true, I'm a nihilist shithead"? I mean, what exactly does he say that is just so fucking horrible? What? But it's just this whole idea, like, okay, I got the goods, and now I'm gonna play you with my goods knowledge, and we're all supposed to take fake Sagan's word for, "Oh yeah, I got Brett Keane, I got him, I heard the most amazing, Brett Keane is so dead, except we're never gonna let you see the knife that kills him." I mean, it's such a manipulation. Like the greatest movie ever made, but it got burned on the way to the editor's office. Yeah, the car caught fire, and the greatest movie ever made, it burned up. It's just, this is just such fucking manipulation. And this whole thing sounded like crap from the very beginning. But first, I'm supposed to think there's some guy called Palm Jam, who's not a complete lunatic. I mean, who the fuck could talk to Brett Keane for a year? I mean, who could do that? Who could have private conversations with Brett Keane for a fucking year? No, nobody who's doing anything honest. Right? I mean, no, I don't even think Brett's family could sit there and take more than 10 minutes of him a day. Right? At most. How much? Come on, how much time can they actually spend with Brett? Really, realistically, how much time could you spend with Brett Keane? I remember when he came into my Stickam rooms, it was like, yeah, okay, Brett, blah, 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 but, yeah, because you can't have a conversation with Brett Keane. You can't. And then when fake Sagan showed up, back from the dead and such, crazier, and it was talking like, yeah, he's making friends with Brett Keane, and he's talking to Brett Keane every day, and you're just, no, come on. What are you talking about? Talking about what? What? No. I mean, the only thing you could be talking about is, your little drama circle, and, gaming audiences, because there can't be much else to talk about with Brett Keane. No, just made no sense. Um, no sense at all. Yeah, just no sense at all. But anyway, so yeah, but this is just so. This is such a manipulation. Like, we're supposed to take fake Sagan's word for it now. I mean, fake Sagan is so full of himself that he's going to tell us, well, yeah, Palm Jam has burned all the evidence now, and I have the last little piece of evidence. And, I'm the sacred holder, of the whatever, the like the movie, whatever it was called, the Da Vinci tapes or whatever. Oh, come on. Please. But that's his whole psychology, right? I mean, as pointed out, he's now officially a lunatic. I mean, it was kind of ironic that he talked about the CIA killing Kennedy. And you have this whole profile of the perfect lunatic, Oswald. And, the parallels between fake Sagan and Oswald, are not dissimilar. You could see fake Sagan say, yes, I'm going to practice shooting for 2 years, for one event. You could see that, yeah, he could be that devoted. But the whole idea of a conspiracy theory just is so silly. Like the very idea of thinking, yes, we'll create an Oswald for the purpose of assassinating Kennedy, when what Oswald did, he probably couldn't do if he had 100 tries. I mean, it was a miraculous bit of shooting. Just, miraculous. I mean, I don't think they have I don't think the best, whatever you call those guys, could take that old gun and pull off those shots with any kind of reliability or regularity. So anyway, but that's, I don't want to get into that subject. But it's just kind of funny that that's kind of what fake Sagan is turning into, or now what he is, apparently. Profile in insane. And, because he has to just be insane to sit there and play this kind of a game. I'm going to make a video about my secret knowledge. I have secret knowledge. But I won't let you know what any of the secret knowledge is, or even what the secret knowledge is about. But I'll just tell you that it's the super duperest secret knowledge ever. Yeah. Such amazing secret knowledge. So, so this almost, it almost, I mean, that doesn't really, but I mean, it can almost make you empathetic for Brett Keane, just because look at the games these fuckers are playing. I mean, they can't do anything honest. I mean, if you're gonna honestly tape somebody, and then you're gonna claim you have something, you really got an obligation to produce it, because now you've gone and done it. You shouldn't open your mouth if you meant it to be. If your tapes were supposed to just remain your private collection of Brett Keane fun tapes, if that's what they were for. It's just such a lie in here somewhere, right? It doesn't make any sense. Like, a guy would talk to Brett Keane for 2 years and then just burn it. Yeah, right. When he's supposed to have something meaningful. But I really just can't even express how obnoxious it is. What an insult to my intelligence it is, basically, to sit there and play this kind of a. This is like a 13-year-old girl lifting up her skirt or something to, like, old dirty men. This is just gross. I got the secret knowledge because I'm the fake Sagan, and I squirreled myself into the confidence of the Palm Jam, so I could get the dirt and have it all to myself. My little private weapon of now I'm important because I have the secret knowledge. I have the secret knowledge. It's pathetic. So, speaking of pathetic, there have been a few commenters on my videos. You may find yourself blocked, even though you've been quite generous with your complimentary comments. Yes, you can really just go fuck yourself. I mean, some of them are Trump supporters, which is good enough reason. Especially Trump supporters in a certain way, a certain kind of Trump supporter. Like, I didn't have any choice. Yeah, you could have voted for a piece of dog do rather than Trump if you didn't want to vote for Hillary. You could have voted for un-Hillary. You could have done a lot of things. You voted for Trump. For Trump is a little different than I can't vote for Hillary. Yeah, but anyway, that's only one of the subjects. And the other one is they play on with the fake Sagan. And I always had problems with people who do this kind of stuff. I mean, I just don't really understand the crossover thing, you know. Yeah. No, I don't care. You can watch absolute crap if if that's what you want to do, but don't do it and then comment on my videos. I mean, don't comment on their videos and then comment on my videos. Choose one or the other, but don't do both. Because no, I don't like that. Yeah, no, I don't like that at all. It turns your comments into shit, is I guess all I'm saying. They don't mean anything to me. You can say something about my videos being good and then say the same thing to fake Sagan when we're talking basically about two different worlds, then fuck you. You know. If you can't figure out what the enemy is. I mean, he's not only crazy, basically a Republican, he's a fucking Christian, for fuck's sake. He's the enemy. Retards. Yeah, so there's nothing I can... What do you want me to say? Yeah, fuck you. So there's a few of you who are still hanging on, but you're just barely hanging on, I'm telling you the truth. But yeah, it just does make it, just gives you just this sour sense of, God, what percentage of my audience is actually a fucking person? You know, that has any kind of cognitive, can tie two and two together in any kind of way whatsoever. You know, because the duplicity of it, in a sense, it's a kind of duplicity, you know, to feed on absolute slop, you know, and then show up for, you know, the fancy dessert. You know, no. Yuck. But that's why I really don't do the social thing, you know, on the internet. It's because people suck. Oh, God. Unfortunately. So anyway, yeah, anyway. So I guess that's it. But yeah, it's you know, I was thinking I would do an embargo against you know, if I see you in the comment section of Fake Sagan's videos, then I'll block you. And maybe I'll make the #1 reason will be that Fake Sagan doesn't even have the integrity to admit that Jesus Freak is a crook. He actually called him the rock of Christianity. That Jesus Freak is almost like the soul of Christ. He basically said that. I just can't. Well, I just realized that's basically what he said in the end of his video. He basically said Jesus Freak to him reminds him of, like, he's so much like Jesus that he should be, you know, if Jesus was to die and, you know, he was around now, he would want Jesus Freak to carry his stone for throwing at the poor who will be with you always. Yeah, but I mean, it's just, come on. So yeah, until he fesses up that, you know, he has some, well, until he explains how he has insider knowledge that Jesus Freak is really incredibly poor and they really need to beg for the money, and that he has also insider knowledge that his daughter isn't really his daughter. He's just doing the right thing. It's actually another man who fucked his wife because, you know, she was an adulterer. That's how Jesus Freak was able to divorce her. So it's not even actually his daughter, you see. And so, you know, if Fake Sagan can demonstrate that he has that insider knowledge, well then fine. But yeah, otherwise he's just as full of shit as all the rest of the full of shitters. Just talking shit, talking propaganda, and defending somebody who has as low a character as Brett Keane. I mean, Jesus Freak hangs out with Brett Keane. There's a reason. Yeah. Because he's as big a phony as Brett Keane. So anyway, it's just disgusting though. Oh, I just hate players, and this has just got player written all over it. I mean, a string of Brett Keane videos about this other turd, you know, and the videos don't have anything. They don't prove anything. They don't demonstrate anything. I guess the most recent one, the guy pretty much says, I didn't have the address, but he doesn't even overtly say, no, Brett, you didn't give me any information. He doesn't say the thing that he should be saying. So yeah, it's, you know, it's all play, you know, all bullshit, and you know, all these liars playing these games. It's, you know, all this artificial drama by such phonies. But yeah, even to bring up the old Nixon tapes, and you know, it's just so, you know, ew, ew, ew. So, but anyway, so yeah, fake Sagan's getting less and less he's sympathetic. That's all I had. I had some sympathy, but that's wearing off pretty fast. I mean, all I have to do is just keep thinking about the Trump shit, and then just the game shit he's playing. You know, even playing with the titles of his video. He does some boring video on why the contrasting Peter and Paul, you know, the disciples and shit. And, you know, he just titles the video to imply that he's ponying Paul's ego again. What pile of shit. But anyway, even this whole comparison people to just your, you know, disciples and all, it's just such a crock of shit. The only honorable character in the whole fucking Bible is Judas. That's the funny part. I mean, he's the guy that apparently actually did give a fuck about the poor. Yeah. So, anyway. Fuck stupid fantasy religion talk. Fuck, you know, these idiots who think they're for some sort of better world as they vote for fascist Republicans. Yeah, fuck you people.